Where does this key go? For medical staff only. So is this 2080? Yes, it is. Medical scan records, I suppose. Roberta Williams. Everything looks good, at least there's smiley faces. Patient exhibits no physical symptoms that might lead to injury or death following cryogenic stasis or revival. Physician should proceed with cryogenic procedures as appropriate. Well, when we first entered over there while she was talking to the botanist, we saw something on her desk pop up that had a lot of frowny faces. So who was that? Her. She's got a heart problem. Heart murmur. Probable mitral stenosis. Patient exhibits clear signs of cardiovascular abnormality, heart murmur. This condition represents severe risk of death during the cryogenic revival process. Expected probability of survival for the patient under this treatment is 18%. Patient is not recommended for cryogenic stasis. Physician should consider alternative methods of treatment for this patient. Well, luckily, I think she's one of the people who are not going to be put to sleep, that are working to outfit the pod and whatnot. And he's healthy. Okay. So, no problems with him. Hello, Skelebones. Facial tissue, gloves. What is this key for? Is there a personnel area? You know what? For now, let's put the key here, just so I don't drop it and lose it. We'll remember it's there, hopefully. Healthy contractor reminders. Have your quarterly bioscan. Your health won't wait. Minimum of 3 hours of exercise per week is encouraged. You are what you eat. Be sure to review the current company dietary guidelines. Meeting company fitness and dietary targets can earn you big loyalty point bonuses. Awesome. Okay, these guys... Oh, okay. Never mind. There's not a problem. The crash was them. So we don't need to examine that. Here's what the key's to. Almost certainly. It's the only lock I've found so far. So I guess it could be something else. I'm going to try the key. Let's see what's going on here. Awesome. Yes. Skyspar, that is the anti-anxiety medication. Oxycodone, that is a pain medication. Papers. The New York Times, September 15, 2086. Venturis said, oh, so this is about the incident the Venturis were talking to the doctor about. Following a lengthy independent investigation and court case, the Venturis Corporation has reached a settlement with the family of Jaden Jeremiah Pratt, who died during surgery for a fractured femur following an accident on board Venturis' Fountain of Paradise spaceport on September 2nd, 2085. The value of the settlement was undisclosed. As part of the settlement's terms, Venturis admitted no wrongdoing in the death of Mr. Pratt. However, significant public relations damage was already done by the incident. While OCEP's independent investigation was inconclusive, the attending surgeon at the time of Mr. Pratt's death, Dr. Sarah Hasmati, testified during multiple hearings that fault lay not in human error but in the faulty judgment of Venturis' medical AI Heka. Following these claims and the lack of refutation by OCEP's investigation, investor confidence in the reliability of Venturis' AI offerings declined sharply and hasn't fully recovered since. Dr. Hasmati was transferred off of the Fountain of Paradise spaceport shortly after the hearings began. Mr. Pratt was a popular travel and food writer, bringing his death and the subsequent hearings surrounding it added attention from the public. Both the Venturis Corporation and Mr. Pratt's family declined to comment for this story. So she says it was faulty AI, which, if true, also makes us wonder what's going on with Odin. He does seem to care about the crew, and I'm saying he because it seems to have a male voice, so that seems logical. There's the skull. Let's go put that back on the skeleton. Don't know why, but we can, I assume, so why not do it? So they want her to admit it was her fault, even though she's testified that it wasn't, for a public relations coup. Glad to help you out. Don't lose your head again. Okay, what else is necessary here? Are there any more AI interactions? Okay, folks, so this is actually a separate session than what you've seen so far. I really wanted to play the game in one go-through, but something came up and I had to put it on hold, but now I'm coming back. So if I forget something that's happened or whatever, please be lenient with me. Anyway, is there... Okay, so we haven't been in here. Let's recover this data. Hello? What have you for me? Pause, please. Message with Natalie. Let's see. No on another facility. Like if she was malfunctioning or if there had been anything wrong with her that people might not have known about. I could try looking in the VT's tech error ticket backlog for any hits. Okay, Fountain of Paradise Medical AI, about 3 years ago. Okay, so she's trying to get their tech to look into the AI that she thinks messed up and killed the patient or caused the patient to die. Egg a Day Odyssey to the Stars Day. Uh-huh. Spaceport City, Singapore. Excited maybe? To make my first ever trip up the space elevator to the Fountain of Paradise tomorrow. The glitz, the glamour, the zero-G. It's going to be incredible. And all thanks to you, my loyal supporters. But first, I spend a day in the hustle and bustle of Spaceport City. The lively jumble of improvised bungalows, grey market vendors, and of course, those famous Singaporean food stalls that surround the space elevator's spectacular base tower. One last egg a day before I lift off from terra firma. Here we go. Kaya Toast at Kaya Best Kopi House. While toast makes the center stage in this classic Singaporean street food's name, the real star of the show is the pair of perfectly runny, half-boiled eggs drizzled with something you slather other things and more good egg and then dip liberally in something soft. Alright, is this the patient that died? The person who wrote this? J.J. Pratt? Message with Odin. Unfortunately, the information you have requested is defined as classified by Ventura, so I am unable to transmit it to you. I wish I could. I'm sorry, Sarah. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. I know you have your rules you have to follow. I wonder if Nat could get at it. I cannot prevent you from approaching Natalie about this issue. I can advise you that doing so would violate the terms of her security clearance. Okay. Yeah, J.J. Pratt, that has to be the patient who died. She's just a little too obsessed with him. Celebrating my last night on terra firma for a while. There's the picture of the toast. Is this him too? On my way up, never thought I'd see the Earth from this height. End of feed. Alright, let's see what else we can glean by watching. Nice music. She just doing some research there? Yoga instructor. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Go away. Looks like that's all there is in this one. Just stay here for the whole music. Of course, course, something might happen. Hi, Sarah. So glad somebody wanted one of these beautiful orchids. Remember, not too much water and just ask if you need guidance on upkeep. Plant care tips. I'm here to help. HSV. Deep waters in the heavens, thunderclouds approaching from the west, but no rain yet. The superior person nourishes himself and remains of good cheer to condition himself for the moment of truth. Yeah, bring the text overlay back. Yeah, it's a whole lot easier to read. Great success if you sincerely keep to your course. You may cross to the far shore, changing line 1, hex 48, the well. Anything on the back? Huh. Coins. Book. The Book of Changes. Many subtle forces swirls around us in our daily lives, but with the help of the I Ching, they can be understood and even turned to our advantage. The more you learn about the Oracle, the more intriguing the system for understanding. Jidra Zhu, maybe, has spent more than a decade studying the wisdom of the I Ching. Her new translation is fresh, while retaining the weight and authority of the original text. Her commentary gives invaluable insight. Good for her. She didn't move. Did this change? No. Alright, so this is from 3 months ago, this AR sequence. Alright, looks like a poem. Probably from the I Ching. Just judging by that book being in here. Or I Ching, I'm not sure actually how you pronounce that. A mindful life. The AI in charge of all operations for Kiribati Sea City State, Fand, has lived for a long and storied span. Here she shares some of her techniques for gracefully navigating sentience and the demands of living a satisfying, socially meaningful life. Well, that's interesting. They have AIs writing books. Fand has been in operation for 62 continuous years, 34 of them for the Kiribati Sea City State. Fand invented the celebrated sea farming techniques that bear her name, placing her at the visionary forefront of the state-of-the-art. She is also known for her strong belief in meditation, which many experts thought meaningless or impossible for AI. Fand has been anointed Dame Controller of Kiribati, but she has elected to exclude this title from her name. MIT Press. Alrighty there. Some interesting information. So, are there attempts to uncover what actually happened to that patient? Do they have anything to do with what happened here more recently? I think that's everything that's in there. Is our, yep, it is done. So time to move on probably to engineering. I thought we were going to get one of those. Alright. 6 of 6. Have we missed one? No. Proceed immediately to the engineering module. Once AI data is transferred from all modules, you must also secure and return the AI's physical processing medium. The latter requirement is of the highest priority. Sure it is. Sure it is. Can we deviate from what we're being instructed to do, though? Very interested to know that. Up, up, and away. Well, good to know it's keeping our score. Let's see. Which way was engineering back that way? Is there anything that has changed up here? See, we could go back into personnel. Which I guess we could go check if I missed anything, but... What's that sound? Help? Are you saying help? I think it was actually saying help. And it almost seemed like it said thank you. Or thanks. Will you show me something? Huh? Are you going to... Or is this... Are you just going to go around cleaning? I suppose you're just going to go around cleaning. Well, I thought maybe since we saved you, you were going to lead us somewhere, but apparently not. Maybe? I'm willing to devote a little time to seeing what's going on with your animations here. Will you let me into cryogenics? Can we get through? I would like to get in here. See if we can save this crew, which I assume is still in the cryo tanks. We don't see any bodies anywhere, or haven't so far. Docking? What are you doing back here? So we could go back over to our own ship. Alright, I don't think this sanitation drone is going to actually tell us anything, so... Into engineering. See what advertisement they play for us this time. Zero gravity, zero distractions. Coming 2088. Pre-registration open now. Yeah, from everything we've read, that may not be happening. Unless... allies? I think we're getting subliminal or sort of messages from Odin as we progress here in the AI or AR recovery things. Something that just occurred to me too, we know that Venturis was trying to pass a bill to get rid of human workers so they could replace them with robots. Wonder if letting all these people die is part of their plan to push another bill similar to that through. Saying, oh, look here what happened. We can't let this happen again. Sort of similar to how real-life politicians say a bill is about helping the children, because what kind of monster would object to helping the children, even though that's not actually what the bill has anything to do with. Is this going to open these side doors here that appear to be inaccessible as of now? Almost there. Be careful with that Odin brain. It has more mental processing power than Luxembourg. Seriously though, don't drop it. This is H again. Okay, bye. Who is H? Okay, can't get in there. But we can get in here? Operation Moonshot Status Board. Okay, Evie, Clive, and Andrew are in cryo as of this point. Of course, this is physical. So this is saying they're the only 3 in cryo. So what happened to Nat, Bert, Sarah, and Margaret? Huh. Anyway, enough conjecture. Let's get into the AR.
I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
Earlier, when you decided to withhold information from Natalie about...
Hold on about the withholding of information. I want to check this out. Alright. To the Physician Oversight Council. I write to inform you of my mindset in the case that this crew does not survive the incident aboard Tacoma. I am fully aware that crew member Kuroshinko's medical scans indicate her chances of survival once subjected to cryogenic stasis are minimal. However, I guess she's saying it's more humane for Miss Kuroshinko to expire peacefully in cryosleep than to asphyxiate on a dead station. Know that this was my own decision made of sound mind and that I take all responsibility for better or for worse. Yeah, it's a bad situation. You just have to make the best of it you can in such cases. Alright, hi Sarah. You said to take my time and let you know when I'm ready to go into cryo. But I'm ready now. If I'm doing this thing, it doesn't make sense to waste any more oxygen dragging my feet. I sent out a message to everybody who's left awake, but I just wanted to thank you for your patience and guidance, and your discretion when I wasn't sure about things. I know lots of people in your shoes would have just said, fuck this guy. I don't have time for this, and sick the station admin on me, etc., but I really appreciate your caring. Even if I know that really, I was just trying to fight the inevitable. But I guess maybe that's what we're all doing. I guess we'll see. Thanks for being my friend. I'm headed to cryo now. See you there. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. What dreams indeed. Alright, between Natalie and Sarah. Sarah, Bert is making fun of me because my parents were hippies and never got my genie filtered before I was born. Or gene, sorry, not genie. I'm sorry, Nat. Lots of parents don't get their children gene filtered. Sometimes for religious reasons, sometimes because they're hippies. How's work going on the drone? Sorry, Doc. Really focused on this Bert making fun of me thing right now. When's the last time you slept? That's beside the point. Okay. So gene filtering, I guess, would be to look at the genome of a child before they were born and cull any harmful genes, I would imagine. Something to that effect?
Her medical scans. That was to avoid causing her undue stress.
Right.
Wait, where is this conversation taking place? Who is Odin talking with? Because it did not seem to be the medical officer there. I couldn't hear it very clearly. Anyone over here? No, this is a whole separate AR thing. Well, let's... Maybe I was mistaken.
What if you were unable to make that choice? If you had no choice?
Odin?
I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that Standard Venturis Corporation safety protocol requires all crew to enter cryogenic sleep immediately upon the loss of primary oxygen supply.
What?
As Tacoma Station's medical officer, it is within your power to order all crew to enter cryogenic sleep.
Odin, Nat and Bert are right in the middle of... Oh no.
Sarah, there is a fire suppression device.
Oh lord, an explosion?
Oh my god.
What happened?
Are you okay? Can you feel your feet and hands?
Ew. Ow. My hip just hurts. Bert? Bert? Bert! Bert! 1, 2, 3.
Bert, can you hear me?
1,
2, 3. Did it work?
You know what? I just looked down and realized this AR segment is 22 minutes long. So you know what? I think at this point I need to rewind and get that other interactable. That way we don't have to worry about it as time goes on. And then we can see what happens with the explosion too. Alright, let's go interact with her. She's speaking with Odin. Complete revision 3.7.18 of the manual drone navigation control software based upon your specifications and 92.8% chance of successfully integrating with the drone's existing systems with no further complications. That'll have to do. You got it ready to slot? Yes. I have loaded the code package into the manual transfer injector dongle and... Thanks, mate. We'll come grab it and be on my way. Alright. So Odin was telling the medical officer that protocol dictates that they should all go immediately into cryostasis. What is Odin's angle? To all crew, good night. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to sleep, perchance to dream. I am off to sleep for now, and will wish for pleasant dreams, dreams of the success I'm sure you will bring us, Nat, Bert, and Sarah. I wish there were more that I could do, but for now, good luck. Thanks. Doesn't look like luck was on their side, though. From Roberta, or with Roberta, but it's so irresponsible. My parents loved me. They were just hippies. It's normal. I'm going to ask Sarah. She said it's normal, and you have to stop making fun of me. When's the last time you slept? Why do people keep asking me that? Probably because you're irritable, I guess, though. I don't know if she's, by this short exchange here, I'm not sure she was actually making fun of you. She was just commenting that your parents were irresponsible. If you took it as being made fun of, then that's on you. Of course, she could have actually been making fun of you, and it's just not in this conversation. We don't know. Alright, let's watch this whole thing unfold. Fast forward a little bit.
Power cell showing green. How's yours look, baby?
Voltage adapter in place. Ready to rock.
Hit it.
Oh, God. Well, that's why she's in worse shape. She was right at the center of the blast, apparently. So this white stuff is fire retardant foam or something? To seal whatever this is?
Can you feel your feet and hands?
Ew! Ow! My hip just hurts.
Okay, well, she's not dead, at least.
Did it work?
What?
What will you do now?
Oh! So it wasn't 22 minutes long. There was a whole lot that was garbled in the middle, and we've just skipped to the end. Now Odin's asking Sarah what will she do. Apparently, this is the pod they were trying to retrofit, and it's not going to work because of that explosion.
Fly.
Then tell me what you are going to do.
Oh my God, Odin.
Stuff's cutting out.
I'm going to give them a little time to get over the shock, but then we're going into cryo.
Sarah, please listen carefully. I am not telling you what to do, but I am mentioning that there is a door in the network technology module that is normally inaccessible to the crew, and it is true that you could, before proceeding to cryo, investigate that door.
So is Odin on their side? Is he telling them to find out something that's relevant here? What is the door? Is that how to access him directly?
What are you telling me here, Odin?
I have told you all that I can. Simple facts, nothing more.
Oh my God, Odin. Are my patients stable?
Yes,
Their conditions won't degrade if I leave them here?
they should not.
Nat, is there some door in networking that we can't normally get into?
Yeah, it's Odin's hardware compartment, but we're not allowed direct access. Why?
Where is it?
What have you got on your mind, Doc?
Please, I'm sorry. That fire just burned up a lot of our time.
Here. It's here. In networking. You'll have to go through the maintenance shaft to get there. Here's the technical access code.
Okay. You don't let her go to sleep. And you don't let her move.
Sarah, what's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm gonna go find out.
Okay, well, things are starting to come together here, it feels like. And since this is 2 separate sessions, I was able to, between sessions, research wet work and wetware. And our conjecture was correct. It is referring to biological components of otherwise mechanical things. So in this case, it would be biological parts of an AI. My wondering is Odin going to turn out to be an AI, a machine that has some biological parts, which would seem to be normal to these people, or is it going to turn out that he's actually a human, or like just simply a brain that's wired in? I don't even know if that's relevant, but it occurred to me, so I wanted to mention it. So is this the way you are going? It is, so we need to find that code. Network Interface Technician. Auto Drone Navigation Software, Venture OS Lithia. Alright. Technician Override. Okay, is 2088 the code? That's the year, isn't it? I guess we can see her put the code in. Oh, sure. Let's go ahead and watch this. Or can we? Oh no, that's where she stops, so we can't watch her put the code in. We need to find it. Interesting. Does Natalie put the code in at the beginning of this? No, she does not. So, if this is engineering, one would assume that Natalie's personnel quarters is, so that's going to be hers. And workshop? Let's look at the workshop first. Is there anything in here? Yes. Just married. Isn't that sweet? Nat and Bert. Freedom Republic. We got another QR code there, so you know what we got to do. Says Roberta Ruth Williams is hereby confirmed to have completed all necessary certification requirements. Short and sweet, I suppose. What else? Oh wait, that's that. From Venturis Operational Logistics, Contractor Williams. Thank you for your interest in Venturis' education and retraining assistance program. Many contractors who receive their initial certification via Venturis Unaffiliated Correspondent Certification Program show great interest in education and retraining assistance. Unfortunately, per your query, we are unable to provide assistance for students attending educational facilities outside the Venturis educational system. However, we are prepared to offer easy repayment, preferential loyalty rates, if you do choose to use one of Venturis' official degree programs for your education and retraining needs. Okay. So she wants to retrain to something else or further her education outside of Venturis, but they will not allow her loyalty that she's earned here to do that. It's a nice drawing. Micro guard, is that gloves? Probably. Anything else? What's this? Medicine for pain relief. Okay. So these guys were not able to escape. The pod is still here. So are they all now in cryostasis? Hat. Really doesn't seem to be anything relevant in the workshop here then. So let's go uncover that code. There was also another AR thing over here, wasn't there? Let's see, what's this? Food? Yep. Cigarette packs, okay. Alright, let's recover.
All right.
Are they playing a game or something? Let's see. We can interact here. Painting? Paint by numbers or something? Okay. Message with Natalie. Isn't she... Oh, okay. This is Roberta, I guess. Gotcha. Holy crap. I was digging around in Venturis' servers for some stuff for Sarah, and I found a bunch of executive-level meeting records, an unsecured depot, and pulled some. Board member anonymized account 987. You assured us the Venturis belt would be hosting passengers by the new year. The idea was... failed, and we're down 18 points. 18 in a month. CEO Sergio Venturi. Councilmember Chun had everything under interrupted. Blank you. That's... Excuse me? Shut up. Shut the expletive up. If the Venturis belt isn't operational and bringing in record profits by the next OCEP election, I guess? Board member, I worked for your father. I knew your grandfather. They were great men. This is your last chance to pull their legacy out of the fire. Fix it. I think we're getting hints that this is staged to kill all these people and help push through their bill. Or the next iteration of it. Looks like we're not the only ones unhappy with old Sergio's performance lately. Dastardly. Singaporean Schools of Art and Design. Prepared for you by Indra, the advisory AI for all of Southeast Asia. Roberta, I, Indra, have found a number of options for you. I have decided to provide my top 3 picks for your profile. Here are your recommended schools of art and design. So that's what she wants to go back and retrain for. The Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts. NAFA is Singapore's oldest and most renowned arts academy, operating for more than 150 years. You will be joining the ranks of some of Singapore's most renowned artists and learning from masters of something. Financial assistance would be more difficult. May want to choose a less prestigious option would be my guesstimate of what that's trying to say. Venturis Vocational and Retraining Academy of Singapore. The options at Vivaris are many. Degree tracks are offered in everything from culinary arts to micro-G plumbing. Vivaris' art program rated a solid 80 in an independent study. As a Venturis loyalty holder in good standing, Vivaris is likely the most practical. Alright, so she is indeed looking for options to get out of mechanical engineering. She has some talent by that drawing we saw in the workshop back there too. Yeah, I think she's painting. Maybe. Getting a thumbs up from Natalie there. 360-degree, beautiful views, distinguished 2089's offshore Garden City habitations. Ruby-level apartments feature full AR-controlled amenities, subsidized desalinated water, and village-exclusive beach access. Offshore life just got irresistible. Needing to find that code.